If you took some positions in the first half today and went out for a tea or coffee at 12:30, after returning you may have felt devastated. This is primarily a steep fall in HDFC Bank. Nifty actually was a calamity or a side effect of what happened in Bank Nifty. The biggest problem for the people who are optimistic in the initial first half seeing Nifty above 24,100 and who took some positions on the buy side. Now let me show you some important dates. 12th is done. Tomorrow is the weekly expiry for Bank Nifty. 14th is the weekly expiry for Nifty. Friday is a holiday in the stock markets. 20th November also is a holiday because of the elections in Maharashtra. As a result, 19th November will be weekly Bank Nifty expiry. That leaves only one day on Monday with non-expiry. Because of this expiry tomorrow, probably we saw so much ruckus today. One theory in my mind is for the elections on 20th November, government will probably need stock markets to be in better conditions so that people are feeling a little more cheerful. So maybe in the next 2 or 3 days, there will be something from DI front. Maybe some announcements may come. Also, the worry is in that cheerful environment, FIs may sell a lot. That is because these days the volumes have thinned out so much, FIs can't sell much. Today's Nugget is very interesting because I have tried to correlate gold, silver, Bitcoin, Nasdaq and Nifty. Note these are indicators, they don't cause any effect. Bitcoin fell 40 points short literally of 90,000 today. The graphs for Nifty 50 today worsened. In fact, these are deep reds and these are shallow greens. The shallow gains were led by Infosys, Reliance, Trent, HCL Tech and Sun Pharma today. And Sun Pharma, while it is looking optimistic, it has just recovered 0.7% and it has fallen 5-6% since the fantastic results. But look at the size of the falls. Look at HDFC Bank, 17%. Such a steep pull down and such a shallow recovery by Infosys, which was the best performer. No wonder Nifty and Bank Nifty were sulking. And today we have the second red, Tata Motors. It finally went below 800. Next 50 also was worse than yesterday. Hardly any greens. Only Adani Energy was in deep green. Deep cuts in the auto ancillary, Motherson, Bosch, HL fell 4.5%. So defense was actually in trouble because BL also was at the bottom in Nifty 50. Now out of nowhere, Macrotech was up most 4.5%. Adani Energy, JSW Energy next, Zomato and LTI Mindtree. Now while these energy companies are doing well, power sector was in a very bad state today. See here, Tata Power down 4%. Only a tail. Yet again, banking was at the bottom, a huge tower on the downside. Software was the only one trying hard. That was mostly HCL Tech. The money supply is drying on retail side. Look at the bottom. This is Coal India. This is Asian Paints. This is the renewable pack. These are big cuts. At the top, we have hotels, 54.5, holding companies, Adani Enterprises. These numbers have to go up relatively to get to the top, to make money. Right now they are losing money. These are still big red towers. Look at this, only 4 sectors up today. Nifty may still be reflecting greens here, but it was a really bad day. Look at the red line, hardly any green, only Infosys and HCL Tech actually went down towards the end. Yeah, I didn't notice this fall. It was up till this point, suddenly fell in the end. Now Nifty's line looks like this. However, Nifty fell in a heap here. And today for a change, Reliance was looking good, but then that also joined the fall. The fall was led from front by HDFC Bank, 2.7% down. This is strictly FI selling. Retail cannot make HDFC fall by 2.7%. ICICI also was looking good in the initial part of the day. Then it fell literally 20 points. Now comical is that there are no volumes at this time, which means there was a dump but no buyers. That is why the price fell suddenly so much. This is also a cluster where volumes are a little high, but they are all lower than the 10-day average. Bank Nifty, only ICICI Bank with 0.1% in green, rest all red. I talked about SBI yesterday that it has been steady since its results. That fell 2.5%. The top banks are still in green. Now, interesting observation, the whites are vanishing. Either we have greens or reds. In today's market also, Federal Bank made a new high. PSUs no better. In fact, there is no green. Look at the volumes. SBI minus 33%, Bank of Baroda literally minus 50%, PNB minus 60, IOB minus 50, Indian Bank minus 80. No one interested in buying these stocks. Only Bank of Baroda plus 64%. Retail is absent now. Today, CAMS and KFinTech were doing pretty well in the morning, but then CAMS came down significantly. KFinTech closed in the green. See here, CAMS was okay till here. Then it came down with the Bank Nifty. KFinTech is looking strong right now. PFC REC continued from where they were yesterday, but then came a steep fall. Both of them fell nearly 2.5-3%. The fall from the peak of the day was even higher. Microfinance pack, 4 companies hit 52-week lows today, and I can tell you this sector in next 2 years will double or triple money for people who invest on the low points. Now, while other sectors are sulking, IT has 4 greens, and HCL Tech made a new high even today. No big cuts. In fact, a lot of greens. In these kind of markets, IT is usually a defensive. Today we are alternating between good and bad news. Auto was all bad. Hyundai's results came and they were not good. The people who are still holding the IPOs, they will want to dump the stock. Today I have separated auto ancillary from auto. this is comical because M&M is doing good, but its finance division is not doing good. This is because M&M is selling vehicles which were booked 6 months back. There is no new finance happening, no new sale happening. And that is reflecting in Bosch, MRF, Balkrishna, Apollo. These companies will do well when new vehicles are getting manufactured. Now manufacturing is stalling. This will have a ripple effect across the economy. Look at the falls in defense today. HAL, BL, 4 and 3%. These are big stocks. 5 stocks in red. Nothing going good for metal pack. I mentioned last week that Hindustan Zinc might test 500. It did today. Now we have Hindustan Copper also in red. This is despite the wonderful results from Hindalco, where copper did pretty well. Today Reliance did not go anywhere, but the entire oil pack was bad, especially MRPL, Chennai Petro, Castrol. They fell a lot. I may have to increase the size of investment in IOC soon, probably as soon as it goes to 12%. That's a dividend yield. Power pack all red. Only Adani Energy, JSW Energy and Vari, they were in the green. The cuts were big, 3 to 5% size. Nothing on low volumes here. Britannia was beaten for second consecutive day, down 7.5% today also. The numbers are actually not that bad. Adani Wilmar was up a bit, 1.7%, but the remaining pack was bad. Mrs. Bector's today fell 6%. The fall in the non-edible consumption were severe as well. Asian Paints continued to bleed 2.7%, DMart bled 3%. This is retail dumping consumption stocks. No conviction. Volumes were good while falling, and Page Industries is operating on a different planet altogether. Ignore the IT part, sea of red, big reds. FIIs continue to sell $3 billion now. DI's per size is shrinking, 18,000, nearly a deficit of $1 billion, slightly less, which retail has absorbed. Retail has also absorbed Swiggy's IPO. Hyundai's IPO is done. The net profit falls 16% immediately after. Swiggy shares are set for modest listing. Analysts are already saying hold for long term. They already know that retail will suffer losses on day one, and Swiggy paid 275 crore to expedite the IPO so that it is released before probably a big crack in the markets. Otherwise, the IPO would have failed. Retail inflation rose to 14-month high. I've been saying inflation will come back. BSC results were fantastic. Now some analysts may have expected more than 187% profit. In that case, BSC will fall. Otherwise, this is the case for 5 to 10% uptick tomorrow. Gold a little up, silver nearly at 95,000 back, and Tesla continues to soar. It is now more valuable than Berkshire Hathaway. Warren Buffett has spent his whole life building Berkshire. My trades, I analyze JM Financial a lot, and I think it will give me a 2x return in about 6 months time. So I took JM Financial to 5 units. A lot of you have asked what is the meaning of unit. 1 unit is 1 lakh. I trade in unit size of 1, 2, 5, 10 typically. I don't do fractional trades in between. Now Britannia, I found the results to be fine. Not great, but nothing to fall 12%, 13% in 2 days. So I bought Britannia in the long-term portfolio, taking it up to 5 units slowly. And I also bought a little Britannia for trading purpose. Worst case, I'll move the trading ones also to permanent portfolio, long-term one. Everyone is trying to figure out when will the fall stop. No one can predict that. However, there are certain indicators which I have tried to create today. These are custom charts that I created earlier today in the day. Bitcoin, gold, silver, and Nasdaq. We'll bring in Nifty soon. So when Bitcoin is good, so is Nasdaq. There is correlation about 0.8 types. But when Bitcoin is good, gold is not good and silver is not good. We have seen Bitcoin go up a lot in last 1 week. We have also seen gold come down and silver come down. A lot of you who have invested in gold and silver have actually asked whether to exit book losses or average lower. Similarly, when gold is green or doing well, silver will go up along with gold, Bitcoin will come down, and Nasdaq will be okay but slightly on the green side. Silver mostly does not decide the trend, silver follows the trend. So when silver is green, you will find gold green, you will find Bitcoin slightly low, and you will find Nasdaq going nowhere perhaps. And when Nasdaq is going up, Bitcoin usually will be around Nasdaq in terms of the growth curve. Gold, silver, they will not be red or minor red. That is because people will be investing in technology and crypto. This is what data says since 2020. Now I drew the graph between Nasdaq and BTC, which is Bitcoin. BTC is usually below Nasdaq. Whenever BTC crosses Nasdaq, here it crossed, here it crossed, here it crossed. Whenever BTC goes above Nasdaq, it retreats. The surge breaks. There is correction after that. It has beaten Nasdaq here. Will the trend repeat? Gold versus Bitcoin, similar correlation. In fact, here it has literally become a line. Here at least there were some sort of variances. In fact, for significant duration here, gold was outperforming Bitcoin. See here, post-pandemic, BTC was going through the roof. Gold was not performing, gold was stagnant. And these are international prices of gold. Silver versus BTC, here silver was doing a lot better than BTC. That is during pandemic. Here the correlation just like gold, silver has done better. After 2024, BTC is doing better. Here again silver did better. The lines have crossed. Gold versus silver, the lines are nearly moving in tandem, but silver did better than gold off late. You might have seen me talking about silver more in the last 3-4 months. I have bought more silver than gold in last 3-4 months. In fact, in this entire period, if you see, silver has outperformed gold. This is the red line is silver. Nifty versus Bitcoin. Blue line is Nifty. Nifty has outperformed Bitcoin. This is the point in 2024 where Bitcoin just went up a little, but then Nifty again started going up. This is where Bitcoin was a little on the downside and Nifty was going up. As soon as Bitcoin started going up, Nifty came down. Approximately negative correlation, but let's check that. This is Nifty. When Bitcoin is doing good, Nifty is slightly less, about 0.8% correlation. When it comes to Nifty, when Nifty is doing well, Bitcoin is up, Nasdaq is up, gold is down, silver is down. Last 1 month, 2 months, gold was up, silver was up, Nifty was down. So for the bulls to rise, you have to pray for gold and silver to fall more. That's what data says. And that is perfectly in line with my philosophy also, where I have moved a lot of money into gold and silver in the last 1.5 years. Because I was seeing a big fall somewhere around the corner. It has not come till now. This fall has been bad for mid cap, small caps, not for the large stocks yet. Nifty versus gold, yes, there is correlation. Nifty has done better than gold. The lines met here. Right now, gold is doing better than Nifty. Silver line would have been similar, so I did not draw it. This is interesting correlation. You might have to see it 1 or 2 times more to understand. And I'm just again repeating, these are indicators, they are not drivers. Hope this analytics was useful. Let's hope that Nifty recovers soon. Thanks for watching. I will see you tomorrow.